And today we're going to take a ride through the Don Carter State Park campground. Don Carter State Park is a Georgia state park near Gainesville, Georgia, on Lake Lanier. They have 43 campsites. It is a fairly new campground. I was told it was open in 2013. All the sites are paved, and they have hopefully you can see in the camera, we have some deer running around in the campground. A nice start. Oh yeah, look at all the deer running through. That's a nice start to the ride. All the roads are paved, all the campsites are paved. This is not a level campground though. All right, this is campsite 1. It's somewhat occupied. It is a pull through, a little uphill all the way in. Site 2 is a host site. It appears to be a fairly level back in. We have a bathhouse right here across from the host sites. Okay, site 3 is a back end, uphill all the way in, not too bad. It's occupied. Site 4 is a more level site. It actually has access down to the water. Site 5 is a pull through, looks pretty level. Got a little bit of view of the water in the summertime. Apparently in the wintertime it's a very nice view of the water. Site 6 is a pull through, fairly level, easy ride through with water right at the bottom of the hill below the site, but it's a pretty good ways down to the bottom of the hill. And that is site 7, and it is being prepped for the next camper. Okay, and site 8 is a back end. Appears to be fairly level, a little downhill on the way in, but not bad. 9 is a pull through, a little bit downhill to the driver's side and uphill all the way in, but not bad at all. Site 10 is a pull through. It's downhill all the way in. Does not appear to have much cross slope. Another nice view of the water, at least in the wintertime, and fairly easy access to the water down a big hill. Site 11 is a back end. Looks to be reasonably level. Nice open site. Site 12 is a back end, a good bit of cross slope down to the driver's side. The outdoor area up on this retaining wall. Okay, and then we're going to go up a big hill. Alright, site 13 is a pull through. Pretty easy in. It is a steep uphill all the way into the next several. A little bit of cross slope down to the passenger side. Nice big site. Decent outdoor area, and apparently in the wintertime, a nice view of the lake down through the woods. And there are, I think, 4 sites here. It's an interesting system of pull-throughs. They all pull through to the same exit driveway. And site 14, still a steep uphill pull-through. Decent outdoor area, not much shade at all. It does have these retaining walls on both sides. And then on out to the shared exit road. All right, site 15. Still a pretty steep uphill into the site itself. The site's got a little bit of slope down to the driver's side, and it's uphill all the way through. And again, still goes to this shared exit loop. All right, site 16 is a pull through, still uphill. Not much cross slope, a little bit of uphill all the way through. And this one exits back out onto the main road rather than the pull through connector road. And site 17 is a handicap spot. It is a pull through and looks pretty level all the way through. The bathhouse is straight ahead. Apparently nice bathhouses. Site 18 is also a pull through. A little bit of cross slope, well, a lot of cross slope towards the end of the site. Down to the passenger side it is uphill out, but the site itself is pretty level. Nice bit of grassy area beside the site. And then we have the dump stations. So we have 2 dump stations here. Or we have a bypass to the dump station to where we can get out. All right, now we will do sites 19 through 46. And trying to figure out which campsite is which in this portion of the site is a little confusing. So we'll give it a try. 19 is a back in. It's a pretty short site, but it's an easy back in. Trees all around, but nothing overhead. Site 20 is a pull through. Kind of a sharp turn, but an easy pull through, I think. It's pretty level. Nice wooded area around the site, and at least some shade. Site 21 is up on top of the hill. It is occupied, but a long pull-through site, and it is level. Once you're in the site, it's uphill in, up and downhill out, but the site itself is pretty level. All right, site 22 is a pull-through. A little bit uphill on the way in, a little cross slope down to the driver's side, but not bad. Your outdoor area is right at the road. And here's the nice large bathhouse. And I have no idea where the next site is. That's 32. So we'll come down here and look for 23. Alright, site 23 is a pull through. It is downhill all the way through. It actually has sewer. Your outdoor area is a little bit of grass close by and mostly wooded. 24 is occupied but is a large pull through. 25 is a short pull through, fairly level. Okay. 26 is another pull through. The site itself appears to be pretty level. It's kind of out here on the end of a point. All right, 20. Ugh, the brake noise is awful. 27 is an easy back in. 28 is also an easy back in, a little downhill on the way in, but once you're all the way in, appears to be pretty level. And this is site 29 that is a pull through. It is uphill all the way through. Maybe a little bit of level when you get all the way to the top, but not much. Not much of an outdoor area with the road going right next to it. And 30 apparently is a pull through from either direction. You see, I think it has a label on both ends that say it's 30. We do. So from the normal end, well, and I guess the normal end is where I started. You can enter this way, but the water and power will be on the wrong side. So if you come in from the correct end where I started, you have a small outdoor area. Fairly confined site with the retaining walls on either side. Again, a small outdoor area, but you're close to the bathhouse. 31 would appear to be the same type site. You could pull through from either direction, but water and power suggests that you come in from the opposite end of where I just pulled in. It's a fairly small site and a little tight with the retaining walls. Not a whole lot of width. Not a real big outdoor area. Again, you are right on the main road, but you're across from the bathhouse. All right, site 32 is a pull through. It's a fairly level site in the site. It was uphill getting to it and uphill leaving the site, but the site itself is pretty level. And the outdoor area is a nice wooded area. There's a good bit of trees, so at least for part of the day you get a decent amount of shade. .33 is a back in. It's a fairly easy back in. It's a pretty level site. A little bit of downhill slope to the passenger side, but not much. Decent outdoor area, lots of woods. It does have a retaining wall on the side of the outdoor area and a retaining wall all along the driver's side. And then site 34 is a pull through. Must have had some people turning a little close. We've got a big rock in the corner just to help tear your camper up. It does have retaining walls on both sides. The site itself is pretty level once you're in. A little bit of outdoor area, but you're kind of right in the intersection of everything. So you'll have lots of traffic. But a nice big picnic shelter right outside your campsite. All right, 35 is a pull through. Nice long site. Appears to be level. Maybe a little bit of cross slope down to the passenger side. It does have retaining walls on both sides. And 36 is a pull through. Kind of a hard turn in. It's uphill in, but it levels off nicely once you're in, and then has a little bit of downhill out. Your outdoor area is right up against the road with lots of traffic, but it is an easy out, back out of the campground. And 37 is a back in. It's downhill, kind of off camber in, but the site itself appears to be level. Outdoor area is not very big and nice and wooded area. We have an extra parking space, and then 38 is a pull through. Appears to be level once you're in the site. It is downhill in. Appears to be pretty level all the way out. And 39 is a back in, easy back in. Has trees all around it, but does not appear to have much shade. It's a little uphill in, but not bad at all. Site 40 is a back in. A little bit of curve all the way, but looks pretty level. In the outdoor area is right out here at the road. And I hope the brake noise isn't absolutely horrible in this video. 41 is a back in. It's a pretty straight shot to back in. This is a little confusing. The 41 is a long back in to get all the way back here to this back end site that is tied to the, I forget which number it is, that's a pull through. They both share this long driveway. If you don't like to back a trailer, don't take 41. And 42 is an easy back in. It's downhill in, but the site itself appears to be level. I think in the wintertime you actually have a view of the water. And we've got this fairly tight turn at the end of this loop. And we catch site 43. It's occupied with a tent, but it's nice pull through, a little uphill all the way through, downhill to the passenger side. And they pretty much filled the outdoor area up with a tent. 44 is being used for washing dishes, but it's also a pull through. A little uphill all the way through. And 45 is occupied. I can't tell if it's a pull through or a back in or what it is. And then we get to 46, which is a campground host. And I think that's the last site, because these guys are back in site 1. And we're back over at the dump stations again. And that will conclude our ride through the Don Carter State Park campgrounds. Thanks for watching, and have a great weekend camping.